To say that Browns fans are feeling very optimistic right now would be an understatement. They are feeling incredibly optimistic, which is why I want to start with this question from Ken in Florida. Hey, Mary Kay, after week 1, how do you think the Browns rank in the AFC?
I would rank them as a playoff team. I think they're going to contend for the AFC North, but I have felt that all along. These are not things that I'm just deciding after that victory. I picked them to win 11 games. I believe, Dan, you did too.
I did.
Right. So the fact that we feel good about this team's chances this season, doesn't just come from what happened against the Bengals. I think we've been watching every single day in practice, and we feel pretty good about this team.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like, that's what you try and do coming out of week 1 is like, okay, what sort of reinforced what you thought about a team, right? Like I don't think Buffalo is going to be as bad as they were last night against the Jets. Maybe they are. We'll see. I don't think they're going to be that bad. I don't think Kansas City's going to look like they did against the Lions, but I could see a world where the Browns defense is just dominant and Nick Chubb has a great rushing year and Deshaun Watson kind of figures it out, keeps figuring out as we go along and get into some good weather. I mean, all of these things are possible. So you said 6th, right?
Yeah, somewhere around 6th right now.
So that's a good place to start. And who knows, maybe a month from now, we're starting to talk about, like, is this the 2nd or 3rd best team in the AFC? If not more, we'll see. But I mean, I think it's fair to feel really good about where this team is. And let's be honest, when a team like the Jets loses Aaron Rodgers, that changes things. They are not the team that they were or that people expected them to be with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Even though they have a great defense and they have great special teams, at this moment, they are not a contender because at this moment, Zach Wilson is their starting quarterback. Now, that could change. But there's not a lot of Aaron Rodgers sitting around out there. So even if they do get another starting quarterback, you have to wonder about how that would impact their chances. So, you're taking one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL out of the picture, and that does shake up the landscape considerably. I mean, we thought, when we looked at this AFC, Aaron Rodgers might be someone that you have to get past in the playoffs. No easy task. But now it is considerably easier. But still, I do think that the Browns are going somewhere this season. All things being equal right now, no major injuries or anything like that. I think the defense is for real. I think that Nick Chubb is for real. And then one of the reasons why I think that this team should be solid throughout the season is because they're built so tough through the lines. They're built so tough in the trenches. And when you have a really good offensive line and a really good defensive line, which is sort of the model that the Eagles have subscribed to, you can do so many different things. You can run the ball. You can protect your quarterback. You can get to the quarterback. You can disrupt the opposing quarterback. When you've got those two stout lines, and for the most part, the Browns do. They now have some issues at tackle that we will get into. But for the most part, they're pretty solid in those two very key areas.
And I think they have an opportunity right now, too, when you kind of look at kind of where this is going. So they're playing this Pittsburgh team coming up that's not going to have Cam Hayward, not going to have Deontay Johnson. Kenny Pickett did not look very good on Sunday, and he still hasn't thrown 2 touchdowns in a game yet. So, they're going to be ready to try and tee off against him with sort of a weekend receiving core. So that's an opportunity. We'll see where Tennessee goes. Ryan Tannehill looks like he's about 1,000 years old. So you've got a real opportunity here against a wounded Steelers team. And we can get into that a little bit, kind of what the Browns are walking into there, even if they are beat up a little bit. And a Titans team that I don't know that anybody expected them to be world beaters to begin with. This is a real opportunity before you face Baltimore in week 4 to kind of set yourself up.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I will say, you don't want to completely overreact to that week 1 win, but it does get the wheels churning and thinking, they really could be sitting pretty at the bye, right? I mean, they should be able to go into Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers. They should be able to beat the Titans. They should, by all rights, be able to beat the Ravens with this defense. I mean, I think this defense, the strength of this defense, makes you believe that they can really beat anyone. And, if they play their cards right, they could be kind of on easy street at the bye.